What a am I right? No, I've known her for almost 20 years. I was very happy she was there, and she was also nominated tonight, which was wonderful. And yes.
This video presents verbatim courtroom testimony from Day 9 of the federal trial against Sean Diddy Combs.
Viewer discretion is advised for its entertainment and educational purposes only.
This marks the first time Oscar-winning actress Emma Stone has been publicly identified as a sealed federal witness, a decision previously made to protect her due to her fame and the sensitive nature of the events she witnessed, as well as her subsequent decision to speak out despite potential risks. The testimony centers around a frayed handkerchief, dated September 2010, bearing the inked message, "Stay quiet, and you'll go far." This handkerchief was given to Stone when she was 21, shortly after her breakout roles in Superbad and Zombieland, and years before her La La Land success. Judge, Ms. Stone, you may begin. Emma, holding the handkerchief tightly, began her testimony. I was 21 and just starting out in Hollywood. After Superbad and Zombieland, I was filming The Help. I received an invitation to a private after-party at a Los Angeles film festival, described as a networking event for young talent, actors, writers, directors, a chance to meet studio executives and producers who could jumpstart my career. I believed it was my big break. She paused, addressing the jury. It wasn't a party, it was a trap. She detailed arriving at a modern mansion in the Hollywood Hills, driven in a black SUV with removed license plates. Her phone was confiscated at the gate, placed in a locked box. She signed a waiver, a 3-page document presented as standard for event privacy. I skimmed it naively. Buried in the fine print was a clause. Participant agrees to non-disclosure of all activities, including unlisted engagements. I didn't understand what that meant. I signed it. Looking at the handkerchief, she continued, as I entered, someone slipped this into my purse anonymously. It seemed like a quirky Hollywood gesture, maybe a prop, but it wasn't. The courtroom fell silent. Prosecutor, Miss Stone, can you describe the atmosphere of the event? Were there any recognizable figures present? Emma nodded, her jaw tight. The mansion was all sharp angles, glass, marble, and extravagant chandeliers, but the lighting was dim, almost a red haze. There were no cameras, no press, no red carpet, just men in suits and women in seemingly ill-chosen dresses. Some wore masks, which I initially thought was artistic. It wasn't. She paused. I recognized one actress, a well-known face. She stood alone, holding a glass of champagne, her hands shaking. She avoided eye contact, but I saw the terror in her eyes. The summons to a private screening led Emma down a hallway to a room that whispered of something other than script readings. Instead of pages to memorize, she found a leather couch, a glass table already set with drinks, and a floor-to-ceiling mirrored wall radiating a chilling sense of being watched. Relax, Emma. It's just a vibe check. A woman named Claire, the talent liaison, said. Play the part, and you'll be fine. Emma's voice trembled as she recalled the hollow-eyed young woman she saw leaving a room down the hall. Her mascara was smeared, but she cried silently, like a trained performer in distress. She's just here to learn. A man in a suit dismissed, reducing her to an object. The prosecution presented Exhibit 14A, a medical report from October 2010 detailing Emma's struggle with acute anxiety, insomnia, and dissociation. Her publicists had cited exhaustion after a film's release, but the truth was darker. I couldn't sleep for weeks, Emma testified. I kept seeing that mirror, hearing the lock click shut. The air in that room was heavy, like it was suffocating me with secrets. I'd wake up gasping, reliving it. Did you witness any criminal behavior that night, Miss Stone? The prosecutor asked. Emma's gaze hardened. Not in a way you could arrest someone for, not then. But I saw that girl, the crying one, being led into a room by a man old enough to be her father. They called it mentorship, but she looked like she was disappearing, her spirit draining away. When I asked about her, someone smirked and said, "She's just here to learn." It wasn't an isolated incident, it was a calculated system. Exhibit 14. B. A handkerchief sealed in evidence bore a handwritten note. Stay quiet and you'll go far. I found it in my purse when I got home, Emma explained. It felt like a threat, a message saying, "We see you, we know what you saw, and we expect your silence." "Do you need a moment, Miss Stone?" the judge offered. Emma shook her head, her voice ringing with resolve. "Number, this isn't just about me. It's about that girl, and the others who never escaped those rooms." The prosecutor shifted focus. "Did Mr. Combs or anyone connected to him contact you after that night?" "Yes," Emma replied steadily. "In 2013, after The Amazing Spider-Man came out. A creative consultant named M. Tate emailed me, inviting me to a private retreat in Napa Valley with Mr. Combs to discuss a film project. I was young, my star was rising, and I initially thought it was legitimate, but it felt off, too vague. I declined." Her fingers tightened on the handkerchief. A week later, a package arrived at my agency. No return address. Inside was a USB drive and a note. "A preview of your future." I gave it to my lawyer unopened. He said it was blank. The next day, my trailer on the Spider-Man 2 set was vandalized. Nothing was stolen, just disarranged. Scripts flipped, a mirror turned to the wall, my costume laid out as if someone had been wearing it. A murmur swept through the courtroom as Exhibit 14C, a redacted email from Monsieur Tate secured during a federal investigation, was entered. "Your presence is requested. Don't disappoint," Emma continued. "In 2017, after La La Land, I received a call from a blocked number." A calm, almost robotic woman's voice said, "The mirrors are gone now, Emma. It's a new game. Just show up." I hung up. That night, a note was slipped into my mailbox. "You shine so bright. Don't dim your light." Exhibit 14D, the note written in sharp black ink, was presented as evidence. "I stopped taking night walks after that," Emma said. "I hired extra security, changed my locks. I canceled press events telling my team I was overcharging. But I was terrified. How did they know where I lived? How did they know I'd seen that mirror?" "Did anyone in the industry acknowledge what you'd experienced?" the prosecutor asked. "Yes," Emma replied. "In 2018, at an Oscars after party, a director, someone respected, pulled me aside. He said, 'Your name was on a list once, Emma. Stay off it.' He walked away before I could ask what he meant. I won't name him. He was protecting himself. Fear was the currency in those rooms." Exhibit 14E, a photo Emma took in 2019 during the filming of Kella, showed an unmarked envelope in her dressing room. Inside was a script page with a handwritten addition, "Play the role we give you." The prosecutor pressed, "Were you ever offered money to stay silent?" Emma's eyes hardened. "Yes. In 2020, through a shell company linked to Comoma's Enterprises, I was offered a brand partnership. 7 figures. More than I'd ever seen. It was framed as a promotion deal for a new streaming platform, but the contract had a clause. Artist agrees to confidentiality regarding all prior interactions with affiliated entities. It was nauseating. It wasn't about promotion. It was buying my silence. I told my team to burn it." Exhibit 14F, a redacted contract with the confidentiality clause, uncovered in a federal data sweep, was entered. The courtroom was silent, the weight of Emma's story pressing down.